Dear students, in last lecture we discussed about work, power and energy. In this second lecture we goes on discuss the mechanical energy and types of mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is of two types. Number one, kinetic energy. Number two, potential energy. Now, what do you mean by kinetic energy? The energy of a body due to its motion called काइनेटिक एनर्जी. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे मूविंग वाटर हैज काइनेटिक एनर्जी, मूविंग बस हैज काइनेटिक एनर्जी. नाउ अबाउट रिलेशन फॉर काइनेटिक एनर्जी, इट इज वेरी क्लियर. काइनेटिक एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू ऑलवेज हाफ mass of the body square of the speed of the body. That is, kinetic energy is equal to half mv the square. Now, how can we find out this relation for kinetic energy? Let me suppose initially a body is at rest. Let this is the point A. The mass of the body is m and it is at rest, means its initial velocity u is equal to g. When we apply the force F on a body, then it starts to accelerate. Suppose after some time this body moves from A to B by distance s under the effect of this force F, and at point B its velocity becomes, or its speed becomes, v. It is also noted that kinetic energy is a scalar quantity. Now, first of all, to prove this relation, we know how much work is done to displace a body from A to B. You know, work is equal to force into displacement into angle between the force and displacement, that is 0 degree. So work is equal to F into S, because cos 0 is equal to 1. Now we know force F is equal to m into A. If we put this value here, you get W is equal to m into A into S. This is the relation number C2. Now, according to Newton's equations, we know V square minus U square is equal to 2as. This is already known. Now we are supposing that U is equal to 0. So you get V square is equal to 2as. Calculate the value of as from here. You get V square by 2. Now put this value in second. Put in second. What we get? W is equal to m. as the value put कर रही हैं इसे. Means V square by 2. That is equal to half m V square. This work done appears in the form of kinetic energy. So we can say kinetic energy is equal to half m v the square. It is also very clear that the unit of kinetic energy is same as of work, that is in SI it is measured in joules, in CGS it is measured in in CGS it is measured in erg, and you know 1 joule is equal to 10⁻⁷ erg. Now you know one more term that is known as a linear momentum. Linear momentum. No doubt it is a vector quantity denoted by P. Sometimes we are saying that momentum of a cricket ball is large. Sometimes we are saying that momentum of bus was large, so collision is very harmful. Means sometimes we are not able to measure the mass or the velocity individually, but we measure the effect. So that is in terms of momentum. We already know momentum P is equal to mass of the body into velocity. P is equal to mv. We also know kinetic energy, say denoted by E, is equal to half m v the square. Now we want to find out the relation between energy and momentum. Now what we do here, multiply by this relation m and divide by m. You get half m into v whole square divided by m. But already known, momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So you get E is equal to m into v means p the whole square divided by 2m. So we can say that energy is always equal to p square by 2m. This is the relation between energy and momentum. For example, if somebody says bus and car has same kinetic energy, which has more momentum. Now in this case, bus and car having same kinetic energy, which has more momentum, bus or car. Now From our relation, we can say that P cross multiply 2m into E root. Now it is very clear, energy for both is same, which is known as kinetic energy. So we can say that momentum is directly proportional to root 2 into m. Root 2 is also constant, so we can say that momentum is directly proportional to root of mass. Means more mass, more momentum. Hence we can say that momentum of a bus is more than momentum of car, because mass of bus is more than car, because mass of bus is greater than mass of car. Similarly, second example, bus and car has same momentum. Which has more kinetic energy. Again, we know E is equal to P square by 2 into m. Now bus and car has same momentum, means momentum kept as constant. 2 is also constant, so we can say that energy is inversely proportional to m. Energy is inversely proportional to m, because mass of bus is greater than mass of car. Means energy of bus is less than energy of car. Means you can say that from this relation, more mass, less energy. Means mass of bus is large, so energy is less. Means energy of bus is less than energy of car. From these we can find out the relation between energy as well as momentum. Now next one is about potential energy. Potential energy. The energy of a body due to its height is called potential energy. Potential energy is given by the relation mass of the body x due to gravity into h. How can we prove it? Let me suppose this is the ground level. A body is raised from A to B by height h. How much work is done to raise a body by the applied force? work done by the applied force, say W, again F into displacement into cos of angle between the applied force and the displacement, that is 0 degree. You get W is equal to F into S. But how much force is needed for a constant speed? The applied force must be equal to weight of the body, that is W, mg. So if we put in first, you get W is equal to mg into S. Here S is equal to H. So W is equal to mgh. Now this work will store as a potential energy. So potential energy is equal to M into G into H. Basically this is known as a change in potential energy. A to B. Basically the maximum value of the potential energy is 0. That is gravitational potential energy. The maximum value of gravitational potential energy is 0. It is never positive, but here potential energy is positive. So this simply means this is called change in potential energy. This is not a simply potential energy. This is known as a change in potential energy. Then next one is give a method to show total energy of a body remains constant, or you can also say give a method to convert potential energy into kinetic energy. Suppose this is the ground level. Suppose initially the body is present at this location, which is known as a location. Let the height of the level A from the ground is h. At point A, the body is at rest, means its initial velocity is 0 and the mass of the body is m. After some time, the body reaches at point B by traveling distance x. Now we suppose at point B the velocity is v. After some time, the body reaches at point C. Here velocity of the body is v dash. Now first of all, we will talk about the energies at point A. At point A, because at point A initial velocity is 0, so no doubt its kinetic energy is equal to 0, and due to its height it has a potential energy which is given by the relation mgh, and its total energy at point A, say E, is equal to kinetic plus potential. So E is equal to kinetic 0, potential is due to height, that is equal to mgh. So answer is m into g into h. means at point A, total energy is equal to mgh. Now, at point B, potential energy is always due to height, mass of the body m into g. What is the height here? The body covers a distance of x, the remaining height is h minus x. So this is the potential energy at point B. Now what is the kinetic energy at point B? Now at point B, the kinetic energy of the body is half into m into v the square. Now again we know v square minus u square is equal to 2a into s. This is the equation of motion for uniform accelerated motion. Now here you know for distance x, s is equal to x, a is equal to x due to gravity, u is equal to 0 and v the square. You get v the square is equal to 2g into x. Now put this value in second. Put in second. You get kinetic energy is equal to half m into v square means 2 into g into x. 2 cancel with 2. So you get kinetic energy is equal to mg into x. It means potential energy decreases and kinetic energy comes into play. Now what is the total energy? What is the total energy? At point B, say total energy is equal to E. Again it is sum of the kinetic plus potential. So what is kinetic? mg into x. What is the potential? mg h minus x. Now remove the bracket. You get E is equal to mg into x, mg into h minus mg into x. Now this factor cancel with this one. You get E is equal to mg h. Again we can say that the total energy of the freely falling body in the first case is mgs, in the second case this is also mgh. Now come on third point, at point C. Now at point C, potential energy is equal to 0 because the body approach to the earth and its height becomes 0. So because h0 means potential energy 0. Now what is kinetic energy at point C? You know kinetic energy is always equal to half m into v the square. Now here v is supposed to be v dash. Now put here v dash. Now we want to solve this relation. Again, according to equation of motion, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. For total journey, s becomes equal to h. For total journey, a is always constant, which is equal to x due to gravity, and 2. For total journey, initial velocity is constant. For total journey, velocity becomes v dash. So what do you get? You get here v dash the square is equal to 2 into g into h. Now put this value in first. From first, kinetic energy is equal to half into m into v dash the square, that is equal to 2 into g into h. Now 2 cancel with 2. You get is equal to mgh. Now at point C, kinetic energy is mgh, potential energy 0. So total energy is equal to, total energy at point C is equal to, this is known as the total energy. Total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy is mgh plus potential energy is equal to 0. So we can say that at point C, that is the ground level, again total energy is equal to mgh. Hence we can say that total energy of the freely falling body remains constant. It is noted that as the body falls, its kinetic energy goes on increasing, whereas potential energy goes on decreasing. If we draw a graph, this is the height h, this is the sum of the kinetic loss potential energy. Initially the body is at this location, at this level potential energy is maximum. As the body comes towards the ground, its potential energy goes on decreasing, and graph is a straight line, and it becomes zero at the ground level. This is known as a, this point is known as a point, and this is known as a C point. C is known as a ground level. It means as the body moves from top to bottom, its potential energy decreases, kinetic energy increases. Now at the ground level, its kinetic energy is maximum. This is the kinetic energy at point C. So you can say that this line is for kinetic energy, this line is for potential energy. So as the body falls, its kinetic energy increases, potential energy decreases, and vice versa. This is the graph between kinetic energy as well as potential energy. Now there are different form of energies. But to discuss that types of energies, first of all we want to discuss law of conservation of energy. This law states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but one type of energy is converted into another type of Dear students, in universe there are only three things which are conserved. One is energy, always conserved. Second is charge, always conserved, nor it is destroyed nor it is created. And third one is momentum. It is always conserved. So these are the three laws: law of conservation of energy, law of conservation of charge, law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of energy means energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can change from one type to another. Law of charge can neither be created nor destroyed, but it transfer from one body to other. Law of momentum means the total momentum of a body is always constant. total momentum of the body is always conserved. Rocket propulsion is based upon the law of conservation of momentum. Now we want to discuss the various types of energies. For example, first of all, we know about mechanical energy, which is of two types, kinetic as well as potential. And second one is electrical energy. Mechanical energy is easily converted into electrical energy, and in reverse of that, electrical energy is also converted into mechanical energy. For example, if we want to change the mechanical energy into electrical energy, that is the dynamo. Now, in a motor, electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Motor is used in a fan, ceiling fan, exhaust fan. Electrical energy ਨੂੰ mechanical energy ਚ convert ਕਰਨ ਲਈ dynamo change mechanical into electrical. This is used in car, buses, etc. These are the two energies, mechanical and electrical. And next, electrical energy is converted into heat energy, and heat energy is converted into electrical energy. EE means electrical energy, heat energy. Electrical energy is converted into heat by the press, electric iron. Heat is converted into electrical by the thermocouple. What is a thermocouple? Basically, thermocouple is a couple of two wires made from different materials, which are joined at the ends like this way. Suppose this is one wire, say wire of copper. This is another wire. This is another wire of, say, zinc. These are the junctions. If this junction kept as, say, hot, this junction kept as cold, kept in ice, then electricity starts to flow. In this heat, hot heat is converted into electrical energy. And third one is, how can we convert the electrical energy into chemical energy, and how chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Electrical energy is converted into chemical energy with the help of a battery charger. Electrical energy is converted into chemical energy by the battery charger, mobile charger. Electrical energy ਨੂੰ chemical energy ਵਿੱਚ store करता है, and chemical energy is converted into electrical energy by the discharging of a cell. जब हम बैटरी को मोबाइल में यूज करते हैं तो chemical energy जो है इलेक्ट्रिकल में कन्वर्ट होती है. Similarly, chemical energy is converted into light energy. Chemical energy is converted into light energy. Candle. In a candle, chemical reaction takes place, light is produced. On the other side, light energy is converted into chemical energy by photosynthesis. Plants produce their food in the presence of light by photosynthesis. Light energy into chemical energy. The next one is, again, electrical energy is converted into light energy. Bulb, electric bulb. LED light emitting diode bulb or LED light emitting diode. On the other side, light energy is converted into electrical energy. That is a photocell. Photocell is a device which converts light energy into electrical energy. When light falls on this cell, energy is produced. You can say that photocell is nothing but known as a solar cell. Both are same. Now again, electrical energy is converted into sound. Electrical energy is converted into sound with the help of a speaker. On the other side, sound is converted into electrical energy with the help of a microphone. Sound energy is converted into electrical energy with the help of a microphone. Heat energy is converted into mechanical energy via steam engine, and mechanical energy is converted into heat energy. Falling of water. When water falls from some height, its potential energy change into kinetic, and then kinetic change into heat energy. So how much energy is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So these are the 14 methods to convert one type of energy into another type of energies. You can think more energies also. There are so many other possibles in which one type of energy is converted into another type, like electrical energy. Electrical energy. Electrical energy is converted into magnetic energy. Magnetic energy. That is a process known as electromagnet. You know what is electromagnet? If we have a coil and a iron piece is placed in it, and we pass a current through it, then it behaves as a magnet. It behaves as a magnet. So electrical energy is converted into magnetic energy. On the other side, magnetic energy is converted into electrical. That is EMI, which is known as a electromagnetic induction. What we do here, let me suppose this is a coil. If we pass a magnet through it, then due to change in flux, a current is set up in it. Current is produced. So in this, magnetic energy is converted into electrical energy. There is another type of energy also, like nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy. Electrical energy. Name the process. This is known as a nuclear reactors. That is known as a nuclear power plants. nuclear power plants are used to convert nuclear energy into electrical energy. Similarly, we can change the mechanical energy into chemical energy. And chemical energy into mechanical. Chemical energy is converted into mechanical energy with the help of engine. Say diesel engine, petrol engine, etc. These converts chemical energy into mechanical energy. How mechanical energy is converted into chemical energy? We can say that initially generator produce electricity, and that electricity is used to charge a cell. So we can say that mechanical energy is also used as a chemical energy. So these are the various types of energies, and discussing of the law of conservation of energy, that is, we can convert one type of energy into another type of energy. It is also noted that energy is a scalar quantity. The unit of all types of energies is same, that is in SI joules, but there are some other units also for energy. You can convert later on into joules, like calorie. This is the unit of energy. Second unit of energy is like electron volt. This is also unit of energy, electron volt. Or you can also there erg. Erg is also a unit of energy. You can also that kilowatt hour. That is 1 kilowatt hour, 3.6 into 10 power 6 joules. So this is also a unit of energy. Thank you.